Well, hello and welcome to this exercise on interval notation and inequalities. There are two exercises here and purely exercise in this case. Now, I've done a video previously on the introduction of interval notation, and you can watch the video uh, on this link here. There's a link here for the previous video. Moving on, it says Vladimir's car hire company charges £150 per day for car rental. Christopoulou car hire company charges £80 per day plus £0.4 per day, £0.4 per mile for a similar car. It then says, how many miles per day will Christopoulou's customer have to drive in order that Vladimir's cars are cheaper? Answer in interval notation. Okay, now what I've done is to say let M be the number of miles driven before Vladimir's car rental charges are less than Christopoulou's charges. Okay, and so in effect we are looking for when C is greater than V. Okay, right. And to do that, because we know that C, that is Christopoulou's car hire charges, we know that C would be equivalent to 80 plus 0.4 M. That's greater than 150. And if we then subtract 80 from both sides, we end up with 0.4 M is greater than 70. Now, if we then divide both sides by 0.4, or if you like, divide 700 by 4, we end up with M is greater than 175. So in order that Vladimir's car has got to be, car charges will be cheaper than Christopoulou's charges, Christopoulou's customer will have had to drive 175 miles, or if you like 176 miles, if you like. So in interval notation, the answer then becomes curved bracket 175 comma plus infinity. In other words, is greater than 175 and less than infinity. You can also write this, I think both are acceptable. You can also write this as square bracket 176, in other words, greater than or equal to 176, and then plus infinity. So it's greater than or equal to 176, but less than infinity. Right, moving on from that, the next one is this one here. It says, in this question, you must show all your working using interval notation. Okay, right. And it says, the dimensions in meters of any football pitch in the English Premier League are as follows. The width is greater than or equal to 45 and less than equal to 90 meters. Whereas the length is less than or equal to 90 but greater than or equal to 120 meters. So an entrepreneur is trying to relocate the grounds of his Premiership club. How much does he have to budget for the turf? Turf being the grass you lay on the ground, on your soil. So how much does he have to budget for the turf of a new pitch if the cost of turf is £5.86 per meter squared? So firstly, we need to work out the possible areas. So I can do 45 times 90, or I can do 45 times 120, or I could do 90 times 90, or 90 times 120, or meter squared. So in interval notation terms, the area of the pitch has got to be greater than or equal to 4,050 meters squared and less than or equal to 10,800 meters squared. So, how much would that cost? If we then multiply 4,050 by 5.86 pounds, we get a figure of 23,733 pounds. Or for the maximum, we do 10,800 times 5.86, and that gives us a figure of 63,288 pounds. In interval notation terms, this becomes square bracket 23,733. So sorry, greater than or equal to 73,733 pounds, and less than or equal to 63,288 pounds. Now, I do hope all of that made some sense, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye now.